Hello. I hope you have a good day. I hope you had a good day. Golly, I feeling indifferent today. I unpacked a lot today. I wish people would take out the issues they have on me, and leave everyone else alone that rocks for me. Seriously. I'm picking up on that. If you got a problem with me, take it out on me. Leave the people alone that rock with me. You know what I mean? Like, just quit being cowards. Own it. Like, I can take it. I can take it. Believe me, I can take it. All right? So, just a little disclaimer for y'all out there. Just leave them alone. Just leave them alone. You got a problem with me, take it up with me. All right? I had a lot come to me. Nothing like a manufactured reputation, no doubt. That's why I don't even play into it. I got nothing to prove. And if there's those that want to go along with the narrative and continue on this path of my little manufactured reputation, by all means, please do. Flesh and blood is ran by principalities. It really is at this point in Devencha. Flesh and blood is ran by principalities. Deception and corruption is ran by principalities. There's no gray area. 1, 2, 3, as I say that. It truly is. And it's very easy to pick up on things at this point. Like, it really just is. When they had me on strings and controlling them, it was my fault they fumbled the bag. That came to me earlier. It's like, and I say they, all those that have taken upon themselves to make it their life goal to attack me, demolish me, pre-plan my demise, pre-plan my death, and do all the things, do everything, right? So I say they, that is who that is who I am associating they to, all right? Because there's a lot of them, right? And they had me in the bag, man. They were controlling my strings. They were controlling my energy. They were controlling every moving piece of me. Every moving piece. If they had played their cards different, they wouldn't have fumbled the bag. Straight up. You wouldn't have. And that's the thing, is people get upset with you because of the choices they made to fumble you. And it's like, no, actually, that's incorrect. That's incorrect. If you treat people fairly, you treat people honorably, you treat people genuinely, and you genuinely have good intentions, especially when you know they're going through hard times and you decide, instead of lending a helping hand, you throw rocks at them. You also throw rocks at them, but then you create more manipulated, manufactured chaos during their hard times and think that you're not going to fumble the bag and think that God doesn't see you. I mean, come on now. That's just ignorant. It just is. There's nowhere in the world where decisions and actions like that should exist. And the fact that it is, to think God's not going to do something about it, is just ridiculous. It's preposterous. Accountability versus being hard on yourself. That came up earlier today. It was a really powerful conversation that I was having with my coworker in reference to why it is so important to me to take accountability when it comes to how I failed at being a parent to my son, because I was unhealed, I was broken, and I allowed social conditioning and the conformity of the world to dictate my moves versus being a good parent to my son. And I numbed myself, and I went through all these different pathways and stuff, some of them manufactured, some of them my choices. But it is so important to me to take accountability in that, not only for myself, but for my son. For my son. And, so often enough, people, tell me, don't be so hard on yourself. Nobody's a perfect parent. Everybody makes mistakes. I know all of that. I'm not being hard on myself. There's a difference between taking accountability and being hard on yourself. All right. I'm not being hard on myself. I know people make mistakes. Nobody's a perfect parent. Like, I know all these things, but accountability is accountability. And I know what I did, and I know where I failed. And I live in a world where nobody in my life wants to take accountability for the things that they've done, including my family, my previous friends, previous companies that I work for, my government. I mean, all these different things, right? And so because I live in a world where people do not want to take accountability, it is so important to me to take accountability to where my son doesn't feel the way that I feel and that I have felt. Do you see? And do you see how it's important how we need to change the way we operate in our minds to think that way, right? Because I know what it feels like to live in a world where people refuse to take accountability. So instead they reflect, they redirect, they manipulate, and they become creative with words, and they turn it around on you. And then you as a person, you then go in and you question yourself, like, is what I'm feeling even right? Or is it even true? Or did it even happen? Or all these different things, right? I know what that feels like. And I don't want my son to go through that. I don't want anybody to go through that, but furthermore, not my son. Not my son. And so that's why it's very, very important to me. And this was really big for me because I was like, oh, wow, that is a really big generational curse that I just kind of fixed there. So I hope you guys found it to be enlightening as well, because I definitely did. Energy harvesting and threatened. So I also talked to him in reference to different things in reference to my previous company. And I am going to unpack that. I'm going to do a video maybe later. I don't know. I'm anxious to see Candace Owens' lives. But in reference to energy harvesting and threatening, most people that try to harvest your energy is because they feel threatened by you. Peeled back that nugget. That was really hard to peel back too. I'll tell you that. With my previous boss, oof, that was hard. That was a hard nugget. So I am going to make a video regarding that. But I love you guys. I hope you have a good night. I'll make a video later.